Okay, yes. Again, it's Victor Mosley coming to you from my podcast Out in Black on my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get these numbers up. We're trying to get to a different level so we can start bringing more quality stories and entertainment to you. Let's begin. Now, as far as I want to give a recognition point to history, and I went and put this book on my last one of my podcast episodes, The Red Record by Ida B. Wells, and she has another book. It's called The Light of Truth: Writings of an Anti-Lynching Crusader. I want everybody to at least during your time on this world, your life that you live on this world, to stand for something. Now, everyone is going to know me very clearly when it comes to the law and how, if you get in trouble, how everybody deserves their day in court. Those books that I just showed you, were, let's say, people who they get riled up by the crowd or they just have it in them, and then they just took the lives of black women, men, children, boys, girls, no matter what. And some, some white people with them, poor white people that they felt that no one would give a crap about. A lot of these things, maybe not in Ida Wells, so they've taken lives over the civil rights crusade. I want somebody to see the video and say, "Oh no, she didn't write about white people." Well, I haven't gotten through all the pages, so I want to backtrack and be clear on that. Now, through the civil rights era, there were white brothers and sisters who gave their lives for the cause. That people should be treated as human beings. Now, to get into that, I mean, I still work in mental health. Mental health is my life. I am a graduate with a bachelor's in philosophy. I'm going for a master's degree. Now, but education has lifted me up through many other times when I was in, let's say, patches of the path wasn't clear. Metaphorically, when your way is not known, basically you have obstacles in your path. Some of them are seen, some of them are unseen. Metaphorically, the metaphysical. I mean, I'm not going to go too far into it because I don't want to lose anybody. But a lot of these things derive from our, let's say, expectation that we have within us that we should be farther along in life than we are. I must say, I'm going to reveal now on this Out in Black episode, is episode 6, that I am glad that I did not do or have success or was wealthy at a young age. I clearly see now that you have to walk the path God lays out for you. And I'm not going to get religious, spiritual religious in here. I'm just saying that everybody has their own way of seeing things. Let me leave it at that. But you have to do you. Don't worry about somebody else trying to put you on their timetable for success. You stay on your timetable for success. I've spent years, over a decade now, developing all the stories that I've been given. How to do things, how to bring good content, not frivolous crap that makes no sense, that is a waste of time when someone has seen it. I have devoted my life to uh, putting on paper, putting on audio, putting on video the stories that I've heard, what it meant to me in my growth as a young man and as now as a, let's say, a wiser man. Up in age, I'm not a young spring chicken anymore. Yeah, but I see the point of learning, translating that learning, and living that learning. That you not only help yourself, but you begin to help others in ways that you did not think you could help them. And you may only be able to do it through your voice. You may not be able to give money, but trust me, life and death is in the power of the tongue. But you have to be coming from a settled place of your own. Your energy, whether it's good or bad, evil or negative, is going to be felt by the person who you're talking to. It doesn't matter. That person should be wise enough to hear all and then cast away things later. If you wish to make a point, or you wish to say things to people that will help them along in their journey of their lives, then you have to be a settled person, someone that is able to translate your gift to them so that they'll be able to continue to stay on sound footing and grow. So that's the point. I mean, I believe that a lot of what we see today, based around what we feel as Americans, and I'm gonna say it first on this one. I believe Americans should be a psychological mental disorder in the DSM-5, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Because somehow we think we're the best, most elevated human beings on the face of the planet. That no one else around the world is as smart as we are. Everything we say should go. No matter what somebody says, we should be able to make a decree, and that decree should go to the ends of the world, and it should be followed, no questions asked. That is not how life works. I have been around the world. I've been deployed twice to Afghanistan. There were smart Afghans. I've been deployed to Iraq. There were smart Iraqis. There are not people in this world who don't know anything about calling you as Americans on your crap. I mean, I had some of the best times of my life, some of the most uplifting, I think, spiritual times when I was in Iraq. I thought I was getting healed, and I was getting healed from just being in Kirkuk. Something about that place just healed me. Now, when I helped one guy, and so I tell you, you had to be let's say a gift, and somebody give somebody else a gift. Now, of course, we had people working on the farm that I was based. One of the locals, he was supplying ice to the base, and his truck broke down, and he wanted it pulled off. He didn't want it torn up, so I went to my superiors. I say he wanted his truck put off, and they said go work with the wreckers. I got the wrecker crew sergeant to come pull it off the base encampment. I pulled security. It was just outside the front entrance to the base, so it was the area basically that was secured off. I mean, of course, it could have been some danger involved, but we was on the timetable. I mean, the wrecker pulled it outside the base, unhooked it, got back on. The gentleman ran to me at my Humvee at the time, and shook my hand, profusely thanking me. And this was a native Iraqi. So I say, don't ever go somewhere in the world thinking you're better than somebody else, as if they do not have the same desires, feelings, goals, dreams that you have. They wish to take care of their family just like you wish to take care of your family. And they are human beings, no more, no less than you are. That's why I believe in law. Law is not a man. Law is not a woman. The law is the law. And I'm not going to get into the spirituality, but I mean, because when we say just like, that's it. The law is the law. The law does not change with the whims of somebody's thoughts or what they think somebody has done to them. They've been aggrieved. They've been attacked, and whatever their mind is thinking now, that becomes the law. That is not the law. The law is the law. You start putting faith, trust in a man or a woman, that's when all the atrocities happen. That's when all these things happen. That's when everything like this occurs. You can't sit here and have it both ways. You either believe in the rule of law or you do not. Fix your own house. Sorry. Let's apply a little black folks wisdom to it. Fix yourself before you run off crying, saying you just been harmed or grieved or somebody's done something to you. And all of America need to just go after somebody because you said so. How many times in our history, just in American history, that found out that to be a lie? Somebody told a lie that the person's already been mobbed up and killed and lynched. Now the person is dead, but afterward you found out the person lied. Apply some black folk sense to it. Somebody come to you with something and say, hold on a minute, I'm going to go get the other person's side of it, then we'll see who's telling the truth. Oh, I forgot. We have a court of law for that. That's the place where you need to argue your case. Okay, got it. Okay, hey, my podcast is episode 6. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, Out in Black. Let's get this thing going. Again, it's Victor Mosley, Out in Black.